Hi, it's Tim Hagan from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback. You know, one of the things that I love to do more than anything is to creatively coach. And I remember we had a community a couple of years ago, and I did this. And one of the things I got feedback on, and it was really good feedback, was, you know, Tim, when you're leading, you're front and center. You know, you're kind of driving it. And I'm not egotistical enough to think it should only come out of my mouth. And what I got was, you know, we want to do more thought-provoking. We want to do more critical thinking. And I thought, boy, that's really good feedback. We did something on a topic, and I think it was teamwork or team dynamics. And what we did is we had a rotating slide deck. And each slide would have a quote about teamwork or team dynamics. And it was one of the most awesome things we've ever done. And each quote would prompt people. You had to answer a couple questions like, what is your impression of this quote? What is your major takeaway? What are you going to do to take action to support a quote like this? And people had to put it into the chat, and then everyone would see each other's chat messages. No interaction, no verbal talking. I think it was almost 40 straight minutes, and nobody had interacted or said anything out loud, yet we were interacting within the chat. You know, we were, putting text within the chat. And what was so interesting is that it became this opportunity for people to reflect, to think, to not rush, to not listen to somebody. And then at the end, I said, what was your overall takeaway? The general consensus was, that was fun. That was motivational. Silence can still be motivational. And that was a good aha moment. So one of the things we all have to do as coaches is find creative ways to reach people. So I found these quotes, and I think it was 12 quotes. I think we did about 3 minutes per quote. The quote would come up, and it was the same 3 questions. I forget the questions. It was something like, what's your impression? What was your major takeaway from this quote? What are 2 actions you're going to take to support this quote? And by the end, people said they felt better. I think it was 90% of the people in that session said they felt more motivated than they did at the start of the session. So think about that. 100% silence. Just using quotes. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagan and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.